Monde. Bienvenue dans ce petit stream du lundi. On va commencer par du Chicken Police et je vais reprendre là où je me suis arrêté hier.
I knew she was trouble the first time I
Salut à
saw
B9, Limitless et Woody sur le chat.
like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Ok, donc hier on s'était arrêté ici où en fait c'était Miss Natasha Katsenko, donc qui est la fameuse personne que l'on doit rencontrer pour notre enquête principale. Parce que je sais pas si vous vous souvenez pour ceux qui étaient là, mais en gros, elle a envoyé une de ses employées à notre poste de police en lui disant il y a des tags écrits, il y a des messages écrits en rouge sur les murs qui menacent ma boss, et du coup sa boss c'est elle, donc on la rencontre enfin. Donc il va être temps de parler un poil là. Il y a des trucs dans la pièce à regarder ou pas? Dans un tableau.
Gee, that is a unique picture, and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Bon allez, on s'attaque à l'enquête.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
Donc en gros, on l'avait rencontré officiellement à la boîte de nuit, mais son compagnon, qui est donc le maître de la pègre, espèce de rat là, il nous collait un peu trop au basque, donc en gros il nous avait dit de la rencontrer 20 minutes plus tard dans sa chambre ou dans son appartement, et c'est ce qu'on a fait.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
Sacré poulet.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
Voilà, j'aimerais bien le savoir moi aussi.
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Ok.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something you don't hear often. With pleasure.
Ok. Donc, nous avons... Voilà, Natasha Katsenko. Ah oui, j'ai pas pu lui reparler à lui, le filmard. on commence à avoir... On a rencontré pas mal de monde, là. Hein. Il reste encore un peu de monde à rencontrer. Allez, c'est parti, on va l'interroger.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Ok. Alors, Natacha Katsenko. Natacha est une femme sûre d'elle. Je pourrais tirer parti de ça, mais je dois être prudent. Le danger sointe. Ok, elle est confiante. Pour l'instant, on n'est ni positif ni négatif. C'était remarquable.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but this stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yeah.
Ce tableau est franchement osé. Confiante, énigmatique. Ok, on a... C'est quelqu'un de très confiante. Je pourrais rentrer là-dedans, mais je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée. Cet établissement est très chic, tout comme votre loge.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things. Just like you.
Ouais, c'est un chat. Les chats, c'est forcément suspect.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Ok, elle a l'air de bien aimer qu'on joue comme ça avec elle. Alors, pensez-vous qu'un de vos admirateurs puisse être l'auteur des menaces?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ok, donc t'as vraiment confiance en toi.
Ah, I see.
Nouvelle impression, elle est froide et confiante. Pourquoi Déborah, c'est une gentille fille, mais pourquoi ne pas être venue à moi directement?
Why Deborah?
Quoique non, je connais la réponse à ça.
Why didn't you come to me?
J'aurais pas dû lui demander ça.
Didn't you ask her the same thing?
Oui, voilà, je lui ai déjà demandé.
I did, but I like to hear it from all sides.
Well, since this whole thing started, I admit I'm not too keen on leaving my home. When I do, it's only with an escort.
Ibn Wessler has nothing to do with this?
Ibn has everything to do with me. Almost everything. But I didn't want to upset him with this. He thinks I'm overreacting.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared.
La tête du poulet, putain.
Concentrate.
Je suis fan.
Finally find out what I want to know.
Ok, il va falloir se concentrer. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y avait exactement dans ces menaces?
What was in those threats?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I
Vas-y.
guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall. In giant red letters.
Ok. Salut les Imorphies sur le chat.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Alors, personne n'a jamais vu le copain, pas même une silhouette. Je peux poser ça. Personne n'a jamais vu le coupable, pas même une silhouette.
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Even has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
Ouais, c'est ça qui est bizarre. Vu qu'elle est surveillée par le boss de la pègre qui a je sais pas combien d'hommes sous son aile, personne n'a rien vu.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ouais.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police pulp fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Ok. Pour l'instant, elle est plutôt engagée dans la conversation, vu que ma jauge de détective augmente bien. Alors, donc c'est ni un fan, ni un homme d'IBL. Est-ce que vous suspectez quelqu'un?
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Si, mais bon, c'est toujours bien d'entendre une suggestion.
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
Eh ouais.
Proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Ah putain.
I wish it was that simple.
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Arrêtons de tourner autour du pot. Comment connaissez-vous Molly? Ah ouais, alors ça aussi c'est autre chose.
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
C'est pas vrai.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
Ok, si tu le dis.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Je suis un poulet respectable.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Alors, qu'attendez-vous exactement de moi?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes.
Not exactly, but something like that.
Nice. C'est-à-dire qu'on va pouvoir tirer sur des poulets, sur d'autres animaux peut-être.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Ok. Alors, en interrogatoire... Oh, nice. J'ai bien joué là-dessus. Indice important, la menace, ou plutôt le mot qui constitue la menace dans les messages que Natacha a reçus est simplement putain. C'est bref, mais ça en dit long. Donc, rang maximum, vrai détective, question posée 9, précision de focus 90%.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your
Okay.
investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know,
Please, this is very important to me.
Ok.
sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Ok. Seven rule of predation. Ok.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Ok. Bah on peut s'en aller d'ici. Hein.
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
Putain, Marty.
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Toi, t'es un poulet dangereux. Toi, t'es un vieux poulet.
Oh.
J'aime bien Marty. Alors, il faut qu'on parle à Filmar avant de partir. Filmar, t'es là. Tu voulais que je te parle, t'as honte de me casser.
Oh, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Ouais.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here.
Ok.
Okay, I didn't say anything.
Comment tu peux être en sécurité sachant que lui il a tiré, il a mis un coup de fusil à pompe. Salut Django sur le chat. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a chopé comme truc?
Molly. We stepped into it, didn't we? We stepped into it.
Ok. Alors, est-ce qu'on a chopé? Natacha m'a invité dans sa résidence secondaire pour me montrer quelque chose. D'habitude, je serais bien content, mais dans ce cas-ci, je suis plutôt inquiet. Ok.
Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Claire.
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names. all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest.
Oh putain, c'est rassurant.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Allez, on s'en va. La scène... Par où on s'en va d'ici? Je pourrais parler à Olivia, mais je sais pas si c'est une bonne idée. Limitless qui dit j'aime bien l'ambiance de ce jeu. Oui, moi aussi. C'est pour ça qu'on continue d'y jouer aujourd'hui. La résidence secondaire. Hot dog. Vas-y. Ouais, la résidence secondaire.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. Subtilité du poulet.
This place gives me the creeps.
Oh, il y a un message sur le mur.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Encore le mot.
So,
Ah non,
this
c'est le même
is
mot.
the word.
Ok.
What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Ok. Il y a une chaussure ici.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Ouais, c'est un peu suspect quand même.
Yeah, right.
You think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured a feet when I was in a room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Ok, on peut pas choper la chaussure. Coffre de voiture.
Chicken police, hands up.
Marty, that's enough.
Chicken
Ok,
police.
je pensais qu'il y avait autre chose. Il y avait rien d'autre. Ok, il n'y a pas l'air d'avoir autre chose, donc on va rentrer. Hein.
Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Ah, il l'a ramené bien sûr, la grosse Bertha.
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
Donc la Big Bertha, c'est son fusil à pompe, hein, pour ceux qui n'étaient pas au courant.
That's what I like to hear.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Putain. Le mec qui parle à son arbre, quoi.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
On sait toujours pas pourquoi on s'est fait tirer dessus par Marty, d'ailleurs. Ok. Allez, on va rentrer dans la baraque.
Nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Bien sûr, toujours avoir un shotgun avec soi.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Arrête de pointer le shotgun sur moi, là.
Figures.
Oh. C'est pas bon ça. C'est l'employé qui s'est fait défoncer la gueule là.
She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of
Ah,
blood
Deborah.
ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city. But in the end, its filth pulled you under. You know, no animal can swim in high heels.
Wild gods. Fuck even.
Yeah, it's her, Deborah, the girl who came to my office.
Yep.
I figured. But what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha...
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her
Ouais,
mistress.
je pense pas que la relation entre la maîtresse
Why is she naked?
et elle était mauvaise.
Premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too. Kidnapped, or worse.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Ok. Django qui dit Marty a l'air de tirer d'abord avant de discuter. Oui, ça c'est Marty. Woody qui demande si c'est un jeu en accent anticipé. Non, le jeu est sorti en version finale il y a quelques jours. Sur GOG, sur Steam et sur console. Alors... Photo de famille.
This must be Natasha's family.
Que des putains de chats.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case? Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Let's not draw hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ok. C'est la photo de famille. Tableau bizarre.
It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion.
Sculpture étrange.
What is this exactly?
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in Iveria. The whole country's full of these statues.
Does it mean anything?
They say humans are the keepers of secrets and the messengers of chaos and destruction.
Ouais, je suis pas mal d'accord avec la deuxième partie.
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look.
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals are all insane.
You have a point.
Ouais. Ça a ouvert quelque chose?
You can't be serious. Is this some kind of...
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning.
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands?
Ok. Foyer vide. On a le cadavre, malheureusement.
The message. Here, too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah, and wasn't meant for her.
It was meant for Natasha.
obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon as possible.
Sac à main.
Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is.
Ok. On a fouillé le sac à main. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait dans son sac?
SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from.
SN, si je compare à la liste qu'elle a,
Stepped into it.
je peux pas regarder la liste de trop près. Ok. Ok, 4 animaux ou 4. Ok, donc il va y avoir quelque chose à ouvrir. Parce que je sais pas encore ce que c'est les 4 animaux.
We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. 555-111.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the telephone.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that.
Ah, Marty,
I was
quoi.
just testing you.
Yeah, right.
Ok.
Clarville PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street, 37, Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street, 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry!
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done it before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a three-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Photo de famille. C'est un humain. Foyer vide. J'ai toujours pas réussi. Ouais, du coup, je sais pas ce que c'est. Il y a combien d'animaux là? Ah, il y en a beaucoup des animaux. Ça va me prendre 1000 ans de trouver la bonne combinaison. Puis j'ai aucun indice surtout. On s'en aille. Chaussures. On va où maintenant? Peut-être qu'il faut vraiment qu'on ouvre ça. 4 animaux aux 4 endroits différents. Qu'est-ce que ça pourrait être? Est-ce que j'ai... Ah, c'est peut-être ça.
Molly.
Là, il y a 4 animaux là-dessus. C'est à peine si je peux reconnaître les animaux. Pigeon, un furet, un rhino et... une panthère. Un pigeon là-dedans. Ça. Un truc qui ressemble à un furet. Pas vraiment, hein.
Come to Daddy, Doc. We stepped into it, didn't we? Oh, man. Ironic, but SN.
Parce que là, il y a 4 animaux. Et il n'y a pas de rhinocéros sur le... Il n'y a pas de rhino dans la combinaison. Tsar Club.
Molly. My ex.
Qu'est-ce que ça pourrait être? J'avoue que j'ai pas vraiment d'idée sur ce que ça pourrait être. 4 animaux aux 4 endroits différents. Il n'y a pas de rhino, donc c'est pas ça. J'ai aucune idée de ce que c'est. Téléphone. Photo de famille. Non, c'est juste des chats, ça. Je sais pas si je peux trouver ça tout de suite. Hmm. Où est-ce qu'on pourrait aller? J'avoue qu'il me demande s'il y a une énigme avec le coffre. Oui, mais je sais pas du tout ce que c'est. Trouver la combinaison. Je sais pas du tout qu'est-ce que ça peut être la combi. Quatre animaux. Attends, tu redis quelque chose toi ou pas? On va analyser le tableau.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tableau bizarre. Des chats humains. Ouais, c'est chat humain, je sais même pas quel animal ça pourrait être. Hmm. Mutless qui dit la peinture. Ouais, je l'ai regardé la peinture. Je vois pas vraiment qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur la peinture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Je suis censé la déchiffrer. Je vois pas vraiment en quoi je pourrais reconnaître des animaux dans la peinture là. Peut-être qu'il dit non, j'ai pensé y voir des animaux. Ouais, non, je suis d'accord avec toi. Je vois vraiment pas qu'est-ce que ça peut être. Il a pas l'air d'avoir autre chose ici en plus. Est-ce qu'on peut se casser? On peut se casser.
A nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on.
Peut-être qu'il pourra nous en dire plus sur les 4 animaux.
Interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Vas-y.
Ah, jeez, boys. Out of 2,000 joints in the city,
Donc lui, il nous aime pas. Hein.
Hello to you too, Zip. How's it?
I had no problems until now.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen. We just want to ask you a couple of questions, then we're out of here.
And we won't even trash your place this time. What do you say?
I say let's get it over with very, very quickly, chickens.
Relax, pal. We'll be as fast as a hummingbird.
Ok.
I'm not your pal, and you're as far from a hummingbird as I'm from a polar bear.
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Qu'est-ce que tu fous là, toi? T'es qui, toi? Non, c'est pas grave. Alors, demander. Étrange liste de noms.
Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this? The guest list at a king's birthday party?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys, so don't ask me.
Ok. Whisky de
We
qualité.
found, Zip.
Furry hell, who'd you...
Beat to death. Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated it.
You sneaky broilers, I'll give you $50 for it.
Il veut nous acheter ça, lui?
Don't make me laugh. It's worth 3 times that.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
Trash Panda. Film Marlowe, une chatte apeurée.
We spoke to Natasha. She's scared.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful gangster in the city.
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages to her. She feels
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her, and every second wife wants to wring her neck because of that. Nothing else.
Thanks, Zip, but we're not any further
Ouais,
ahead.
ça m'aide pas trop, ça.
But not further back, right?
Film bar, ouais.
We also ran into Filmar,
Filma? Who's that?
a grumpy old raggedy ass.
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes by Filmar Lowe.
Putain.
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive? I'm almost not surprised. The old guy has a reputation of being indestructible, huh?
He is, and he gave us something that could mean something.
Woody qui me demande si j'ai déjà joué à Ella Noire. Non, j'ai jamais joué à Ella Noire. Bah oui, j'ai entendu que c'était un jeu d'aventure assez noir. Mais moi, j'aime bien les choses qui sont un peu bizarres, tu vois. J'ai un jeu d'aventure où tous les personnages, ils ont des têtes d'animaux. Ça me paraît pas mal, quoi. Toi, t'es qui, mec? On se connaît un peu la mouette, là?
Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't celebrate New Year's.
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no, not really. Not me, anyway. I'm all...
Mm-hmm. And where's the story now? I can't see it anywhere.
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have to disappoint you.
The chicken police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain, am I right?
Ok, c'est un journaliste.
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working. We're just having a little fun, that's all.
Eh ouais.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Gribouillage.
What insight?
Fuck the king.
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Ouais, all the colors go. Où sont parties toutes les couleurs? C'est une bonne question.
Do you remember that time?
Do I remember? I'll never forget it. My feathers smelled of soap for a week.
Je crois qu'on veut pas qu'on aille derrière.
You've learned your lesson. Never leave home without your wallet.
Because your partner won't help you out. But hey, wasn't it you who went out to buy a pack of smokes without your wallet tonight?
Well, that's different.
Yeah, right.
Ouais, il nous a pas vraiment plus avancé que ça.
This is what they call music.
Ha! You're croaking like some old bitter crow, Sonny. This is called rock and roll.
It's gonna be trouble, I'm telling you. Things like this make the world go
Putain.
crazy. And we have enough crazy already.
We need a little global insanity every few decades, Sonny. Better a fashion explosion than a real one, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Ok. Je pense pas que je vais avoir d'autres indices en restant ici. Ok. Par où on sort là? Toi, tu vas pas plus nous parler, j'imagine.
Everything all right, old man?
If there's some...
Well, all right.
Ça veut dire non. Allez au poste de police.
I don't know, Sonny. What exactly are we doing here?
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around before we visit that weekend house in Flowerville.
Learn something? From Phyllis and Roy's?
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about them.
Yeah, figures.
Peut-être qu'on va en apprendre plus sur les 4 animaux là.
How's it going tonight, boys?
Uneventful so far, Sonny. But now that you're rolling together again, I suppose we'll have some excitement to look forward to.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Last time you shot up a theatre, and if I remember correctly, each other.
That was a complicated evening.
Aye, sure. Complicated.
Ok, il va rien nous dire. Vas-y, on va rentrer. J'aime pas t'avoir à l'entrée, toi, mais bon.
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot. But I've never been into cats, you know.
Ouais, je comprends.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried, Bosco.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them. I can't...
Good for you. I should have used that excuse
Mais oui.
myself.
Why? Is your investigation related to her?
What? No, of course not. We just came from her show. That's why I asked.
And what's she like?
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met.
Really? Maybe I'll have a go and see for myself.
Mais ouais, peut-être. On va lui montrer l'étrange liste de noms là.
Listen, Bosco, what do you make of this list?
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars, politicians, a few names from the Council of 12 even, if I'm not mistaken.
Ok, le Conseil des 12.
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big juicy bone in exchange for my silence.
Juicy bone, un petit os juteux.
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing to do with our case.
Ouais, ouais.
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you.
Filmar.
You still remember Philma?
Do you
Je peux lui
mean...
demander, mais ça sert à rien.
Of course I
Ah, je suis
remember.
pas sûr que ça sert.
He's got quite the reputation with that Fillmar alias.
We just met him. Small world, huh? Do you know what he's up to these days?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor...
Ok, donc ça c'est ce qu'il fait.
Anything else?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor. Why? Did he run into some fishy business again?
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not sure he'd want to make the same mistake.
Wise decision.
Ok. Alors... Parler à Monica. Étrange liste de noms.
Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my hand. Could
Monica
you
elle est
take a
plutôt
quick
cool.
glance at it?
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean? It could be a date even, but no, this is something else.
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents. So, is there anything familiar about this?
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together on all kinds of excuses.
It must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything else. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more.
Ah, don't mention it, Mon. Thanks for your time.
Or, wait a minute. There is something.
Ah,
Stop teasing us, Mon.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah, of course we noticed.
Thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a receptionist.
4-5.
We saw a pretty good show at the Czar Club tonight.
Good for you, I guess. Natasha?
Natasha. She performed her new song. She also sang about why she called us there. Or rather, me.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. Anyway, I can't help wondering about that woman. Her past is a mystery, and I couldn't draw much out of her in person either.
Women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over heels for them.
I know another broad who's all mysterious.
Oh yeah? What's her name? I'll look her up if we have a file on her.
Marty, shut up.
Oh, you mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secrets, and grace.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Ok.
Guess who we met today?
Ouais, je peux zapper ça.
The third?
Even better. The one who can...
Wait a minute. Hobart
Oui.
Westwood?
Damn right. Hobart Ib.
Wow. And you're still alive.
Bien sûr, on a des super poulets.
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Allegedly, he's trying to clear his name with some
Okay.
kind of new meat substitute.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Ah,
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
ouais, c'est encore quelqu'un de très fréquentable, ça je suis sûr.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of meeting him.
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's something, I guess. I'll keep my ears open.
Thanks, Mon.
Ouais. Ça c'est Monica. Oula.
I wholeheartedly agree, Park.
Évitons les bureaux autant que possible.
Avoid them.
Ok. Blason de
Join
police.
the force.
Get bribed. Get beaten by a hooker. Get fat.
Ouais, l'entraînement de tir ça sert à rien.
Officer Barkman, unwavering cop, and a slavering.
Ok.
Miss Jardine.
Ah, il y a un truc là. Chicken Police Story. Belle of the Panthers. Ok. Stand de tir, blason.
Don't drink that shit, Marty. It's bad for your health.
Sonny, you're bad for my health.
Ok, il n'y a pas vraiment autre chose ici.
Why aren't we on this poster next to Blood Boil?
Because he hates us, Marty.
C'est une bonne réponse.
Oh yeah, right.
Ils sont cons ces poulets. Le roi renard, le troisième membre de la dynastie Falofux. Ah, c'est peut-être ça les animaux. Du coup, j'aurai le renard en troisième. Ou pas. Statistiques. Personne. Indice. Natacha m'a invité dans sa résidence secondaire pour montrer quelque chose. D'habitude, je serais bien content. Ouais.
SN. Good.
Je sais toujours pas ce que c'est, ça.
We stepped into it, didn't we?
Ouais, j'ai pas beaucoup de choix. Hein. Il y a un truc, il va falloir qu'on arrive à trouver l'énigme. Je vois vraiment pas ce que c'est.
Stop, step.
Okay, okay, I just like shoes.
Furry hell, Marty, I don't want to know.
Rien autour de la chaussure? Qu'est-ce que ça peut être? On a un renard, pour être le troisième. Ouais, Chicken Police. Alors, Clovis est une ville d'État depuis 1900. Lors de la fondation de la ville, 4 nations ont réuni leurs forces, représentées par 4 silhouettes d'animaux. Ah bah voilà! 4 silhouettes d'animaux et leurs 4 mains sur le blason de Clovis. En réalité, l'alliance tribale des reptiles et les clans des insectes éminents avaient également joué un rôle crucial dans la fondation, mais n'ont jamais pu être représentés sur le blason. Cela a donné naissance à un antagonisme. Et c'est qui les 4? Trois dieux sont vénérés dans la plupart des régions de la contrée sauvage. Ce sont les grands anciens qui forment la sainte trinité de la création, la destruction et le silence. Ariti, la déesse de la création, Plapti, le seigneur de la destruction, et Nkavtiti est l'esprit dangereux. Salut Galgu. Ok, donc là, j'ai lu un truc intéressant. Troisième membre de la dynastie Firefix. Son roi est l'un des animaux les plus influents de la contrée sauvage. Ok, c'est quoi les 3 autres animaux alors? J'ai pas une... un pictogramme de la ville là quelque part? Ah putain.
Ironic, but
Ouais, c'est ça, ça m'intéresse parce que je pense que ça va être ça la solution pour résoudre notre enquête, enfin pour résoudre cette énigme. 4 silhouettes d'animaux et leurs 4 mains sur le blason de Cloville. Le blason de Cloville. En réalité, l'alliance tribale des reptiles et les clans des insectes éminents avaient également joué un rôle crucial dans la fondation de la ville, mais n'ont jamais pu être représentés sur le blason. L'alliance tribale des reptiles et les clans des insectes éminents. Est-ce qu'il y a 3 reptiles ici? Non, il n'y a pas de reptiles. Faut que je trouve la photo du blason. Est-ce que je peux trouver la photo du blason de la ville? Est-ce qu'elle est au commissariat peut-être?
you remember our... Never mind. Nice work.
Ouais, je vois pas ce que c'est. Ah, blason.
Why is it always a lion?
Ah, voilà.
Lazy, dull, good-for-nothing creatures.
Donc on a un lion.
Hey, stop talking like that.
Why? Aren't I right?
Not every lion's the same. Just like not every rooster's an apple.
You got me.
On a un lion et on a un renard. Je vais écrire ça quelque part. Hein. Lion, renard, on a quoi d'autre? Blason de la ville. Voilà, c'est ça que je voulais regarder.
Notice how much bigger the lion and the fox are than the other animals?
You know, maybe all animals
C'est
are...
ça qu'il fallait regarder.
Some animals are more equal than others.
Huh. So that's why our king's a fox and not a sheep or a bird, right?
It's maybe a little late, but you're starting to get it, detective.
Alors, attends, je vois pas. Il y a un lion, un renard. C'est quoi ça? C'est un mouton? Alors, attends, on a l'oiseau en haut à gauche. On a le lion en dessous. En bas à droite, on a le renard. C'est un mouton, hein? En haut à droite, ouais. Ok, on va retourner tester cette combinaison. C'est ça que je cherchais depuis tout à l'heure. J'espère que c'est ça, hein? Parce que franchement, sinon, je sais pas trop. Alors, on a un lion. Ensuite, on a un renard ici. Ah, ça doit être ça. Là, nous avons un mouton. Non, pas le renard, c'est le lion, pardon. Là, c'est le renard. Et moi que c'est ça. Putain, t'es sérieux? Ah, bah oui, attends, j'ai fait une connerie là. Pourquoi j'ai mis le lion ici? Nice. C'était bien ça.
Hello there. What could this be? Maybe a piece of a painting.
And there's some kind of squiggle on it. The signature of the painter? Yeah, I can't make it out. It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us.
Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant avec ça?
So a piece of a painting? That's it? And what's that smear on it?
Il y a une tache rouge au-dessus.
It's too illegible to be a signature. It could be anything.
Well, maybe Natasha can help us. After all, this is what she wanted to show us, isn't it?
Well, that's if we find her. She should be here by now.
True. Well, then what's next? How about we peck around town some more?
We could do that, but I think we should gather what we know and try to figure out where we can go from here. Bourbon in my office?
You know what? After all this, I could use a drink.
Parfait.
Right answer.
Nouveau lieu. On retourne à l'hôtel. Ok.
We had no choice but to continue the investigation where it
Le
started.
duo des poulets.
In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death?
Pauvre Déborah.
The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
So, what are we doing here?
Trying to calm down. I'll have a shot.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together, of course. Figure...
And what is next, Boss Bird?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. So, how did this whole case start?
Ah, c'est la première fois que j'ai cette interface. Vas-y. Alors, comment cette affaire a commencé? Micro, si tu peux rester où t'étais, ça m'arrangerait. Comment cette affaire a commencé? Suspect potentiel. Natacha... Attends. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut qu'on fasse, là? Déborah. Pour avoir une importance, mais pas maintenant. On va commencer avec Natacha. Natacha a peur. Presque, mais c'est pas encore ça. Natacha et Molly. Ah, étrange menace. Ok. On fait quoi là après? Ok. Ah, d'accord. Natacha et les menaces, mais quel est le lien? Elle lui était clairement destinée.
Yeah, the threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that.
D'accord. Et là, faut ajouter un objet. Ça. C'est ça? C'est ça.
But there was something Natasha didn't speak about.
Elle a gardé le secret.
Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret.
Ok, maintenant je commence à comprendre comment ça marche tout ça. Oh, et tu continues du coup. Olivia. Après c'est Lewis.
But what could we do with this list?
Peut-être qu'il sait quelque chose là-dessus.
I know only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis.
Il a réussi à nous faire rentrer dans la boîte de nuit donc.
This dead end.
Affaire classée, ok.
So the card is maybe a dead end. The piece of painting too.
But the list Philmar gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the bunny man?
Normalement il est dans le coin là.
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932.
Oh, you are a professional.
55 932. Hop, on va l'appeler. 932. Et oui, il se ramène tes fesses. Faut qu'on cause.
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you again. Could you come over to my place? I have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
Real case? With the chicken police? Of course, Sonny. I'll be over in a few minutes.
Thanks, pal. I owe you one.
One? Just another second.
Ok. Debout. Je vais être assis tout le temps. Alors. Ok, nous c'est arrivé. On va causer, mec.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Well,
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
Ok.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class. Politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
Fort bien.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Tente t'interroger un peu plus, Coco. Alors, Deborah.
Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes, she's a very lovely young lady.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Ok.
Flowerville. Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
Ok. Elle était vraiment là-bas quand elle s'est fait buter.
This?
Oh my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
Regarde savoir ce que c'est le lapin là.
You see, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
Ok, ça commence à devenir intéressant là.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel, but it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Ok.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
Phew.
Faut qu'on rentre dans le bordel.
If you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur Natacha Katsenko, Louis? Ok.
I didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a dancer, then a backing singer, then
Ok, donc c'est la même chose que tout le monde.
Club owner.
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled the Stavonian massacre? That's why the secrecy.
Do you mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a dead giveaway, and her name too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
So it's possible that she is a part of the royal family?
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right.
Le Stairwelling Nile,
What
vas-y.
should we know about the place, Lewis?
Ouais.
Besides what they're dealing in there.
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Ok.
Of course.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species. Yes, but stronghold? I don't think so.
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Ok.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cocks.
That was a little bit...
Bon bah, vas-y.
Know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately van disappeared.
Ok, il s'est cassé dès que je suis parti.
Really? That's suspicious.
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going somewhere.
Ok. Eh ben, je pense qu'on va aller rendre visite au bordel de la ville. Ce que vous en pensez, mais ça me paraît pas mal.
You know, this...
Why do you say that?
On passe le dialogue, on s'en fout. Le Swelterling Nile. Il n'y a rien d'autre à visiter donc. A plus les Murphy sur le chat. Et salut Naro.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Fort bien.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Ah oui, effectivement, ça a l'air bien fréquenté. Oh, il y a une réceptionniste zèbre. Nous avons une femme lémurien.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Fort bien.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Pas faux, pas faux.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart.
Vieux dégoûtant. Mec oiseau, photo. Femme renard, on peut te parler à toi.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress.
C'est effectivement embêtant tout ça.
Zip it back up.
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking Lord.
On va devoir fermer la fermeture éclair. Parfait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I try again?
If you'd really like to.
Ah, on a foiré.
Ma'am.
Ah, faut pas qu'on aille dans la zone rouge. Ok, faut aller tout doucement en fait.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Marty McChicken, bien sûr.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
On peut te reparler?
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh.
Allons parler à la réceptionniste.
My name is Day-Night Diamond.
Je veux qu'ils aient tous des têtes d'animaux avec des corps d'humains, moi je trouve ça excellent.
Gentlemen.
Day-Night Diamond. Ok, salut.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now.
C'est pas une employée, hein?
If you want,
On le sait déjà, ça.
any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
Django qui dit renard versus poulet, ça n'a jamais fait bon ménage. Bah, tu sais, plutôt c'est poulet versus chat, c'est pas non plus un super ménage.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Marty, t'es trop con. Ok, donc on va pouvoir t'interroger, toi. Enfin, poser des questions. Est-ce que tu peux me dire c'est quoi cette liste de noms?
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
Ok.
I see. Oh, thank you.
Lewis.
Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular...
Ouais, c'est un lapin coquin en fait, le Lewis.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature.
Touché.
Je peux lui montrer un signe de police, mais bon. On va montrer la carte étrange.
Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Ok, il va falloir poireauter. Oh, nous avons une femme chien ici.
These brides are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Louis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
Just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
Porte.
May I invite you?
Ouais, c'est la même chose. Le mec oiseau, on va pas lui parler. Ok, visiblement c'est une femme caniche.
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this even legal?
T'as raison, les caniches, ça devrait pas être légal.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling her leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Oh, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
Je crois que c'est un poster. Non, c'est plus un poster qu'il a dans le stand de tir.
Hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
N'importe quoi. Elle est toujours pas revenue. On va aller voir ce qu'elle a à la porte là.
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with me.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zaiwass, would like to meet you.
Alors voir Madame Zaiwass.
You mean that, Madame Zaiwass?
Oh putain, c'est un crocodile.
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes.
Please, miss, take us to her.
J'aime pas les caniches limitless. C'est vraiment une race de chien que j'aime pas du tout. Ils sont moches, ils font du bruit, ils servent à rien. Mais c'est mon point de vue. Hein.
With pleasure.
Madame Zaiwass was a legend in Clawville.
Okay.
Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother.
Ok.
First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
C'est effectivement un crocodile ou une alligator. Bonjour.
Let me introduce myself properly.
Elle est grande, hein?
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the chicken police is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
Ouais, alors les poulets face aux chats, c'était pas super rassurant. Poulets face aux renards, c'était pas super rassurant. Mais poulets face aux crocodiles, c'est encore moins rassurant, je pense.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly?
Vraiment, vraiment pas rassurant.
Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not waiting.
Évidemment, il fallait qu'il y ait un jeu de mots.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
Si tu le dis.
I swim well
Je
too.
pense que toi, tu nages mieux que le poulet. Alors... Est-ce que tu reconnais cette liste de noms?
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Ah, première personne qui me dit oui.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes, but I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely. As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
Ouais, est-ce que tu peux au moins nous dire ça?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
Lewis.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
Ouais, c'est pas très
The
précis tout ça.
mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Natasha.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce.
Fierce. Putain.
Fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
Ok, parle-nous de ton club.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Je peux l'interroger.
Deceit is everything to Zaiwass.
Ouais.
She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
Ok, donc déjà la jauge est relativement négative. Impression trompeuse. Qui se cache derrière la légende Mademoiselle Zaiwass? Qui êtes-vous réellement?
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zaiwass? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival.
Ça va être compliqué, alors.
Dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you?
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Dites-moi, étiez-vous vraiment l'espionne du roi?
Tell me, were you really the king's spy?
If that's such an open secret, then I haven't been doing my job very well, isn't that right? Yes, I was a spy. But that's such a blunt way of putting it. I always say I used to undertake confidential, generally political assignments of a delicate nature for the king that were in the interests of national security.
Put that way, it sounds rather romantic.
Don't believe the cheap fiction, Mr. Featherland. Espionage is anything but romantic.
I believe you, madam.
If you must know, I only did it because I believed I could protect those that I serve. Weapons have only one use in this world: to keep the peace. Yes, I always thought about myself and my craft that way.
Thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Ok. Trompeuse battante protectrice. Quand avez-vous décidé d'ouvrir une maison close?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
Okay.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons.
Si je devine à qui appartient la carte, vous me direz si j'ai raison?
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question. Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant. So she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
D'accord.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
Laisse tomber, je suis un poulet, pas loin de prendre ma retraite.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Zaiwass is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Ok, il va falloir jouer sur sa fierté. Pourquoi vous l'avez recueillie? Peut-être que vous vous êtes reconnu en elle?
Why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha.
She was only 17 when she knocked on the rear entrance of the brothel on an unusually cold, rainy night. I opened the door myself.
Was Natasha alone?
Yes, completely alone. Her left arm was slashed with an ugly wound, and she was frozen to the bone, barefoot, only a thin nightgown on her.
Effectivement, c'est pas la joie.
Did she tell you what happened to her?
After I brought her into the house, warmed her up, and changed her into new clothes, that was the first thing I asked. But no, she didn't tell me. We became very good friends, but I still don't know what happened to her and where she came from.
And you weren't bothered by all those secrets?
That would have been very hypocritical of me, don't you think? No, it didn't bother me. I make a living out of secrets, Mr. Featherland.
Pour l'instant, ça a du sens.
I see.
Vous savez d'où venait Natasha avant d'arriver à Cloville?
Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Zaiwass, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border.
Okay.
What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland, yes. Curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zaiwass is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Peut-être. Protectrice. Êtes-vous resté en contact avec elle?
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
Tu m'étonnes. Est-ce que vous l'avez vu pour la dernière fois, Madame Zaiwass?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zaiwass?
Maybe around 2 months ago.
Ah oui, ça fait longtemps.
There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
Peut-être.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez ressenti quand vous avez appris que Natasha allait partir?
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do, because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Ok, donc pas super bien vécu le départ de Natasha.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes.
Ok, succès verrouillé, beau boulot. Nice. Ouh, précision de focus 100%. Dernière pensée, très beau boulot. J'ai l'impression d'être revenu 10 ans en arrière. Attention que le Wilson, Featherland et les inspecteurs poulets sont de retour. Indice important, Natasha a travaillé au Swelterling Nile avant qu'Iben Wessler la découvre et la sorte de là.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Ok, vas-y.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Alors, on peut regarder les alentours.
Beautiful pieces for sure. They must be worth a fortune.
Horloge cassée. Ok, minuit moins le quart. Photo de Zaiwass. C'est Zaiwass, ça?
Yes. This is the Zaiwass from the legends. Beautiful and deadly.
Toutes sortes de livres.
These books are here for a reason. They mean something.
49 années du reptile.
Books are here for...
La mort du cheval.
Books are here for...
Ok. Il y a autre chose à voir? Qu'est-ce qu'on est censé faire avec ça?
These books
Oui, 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 je sais. On peut sortir d'ici ou pas? J'aime beaucoup les notes. Alors, Django qui a intérêt à porter le déjeuner pour le matin, sinon c'est toi qui le remplacera. Ouais, c'est un peu ça. Je suis pas super à l'aise avec elle.
These books are...
Slime and Punishment.
These books are here.
Ok, mais je peux cliquer sur quoi? Sur tous les bouquins.
These books are...
Je peux pas sélectionner d'objets.
We stepped...
On peut partir d'ici ou pas? Pas l'impression qu'on puisse. Bon, quoi qu'il en soit, je vais juste m'assurer d'un truc. Ouais, c'est bon. On va s'arrêter là parce que mine de rien, ça fait un peu moins de 2 heures que je suis en train de jouer à Chicken Police. Je vais éviter de dépasser les 2 heures quand même. Oh, ça fait quoi? Ça fait 1h45 qu'on est en train de jouer à peu près. C'est toujours aussi fun, toujours aussi intéressant. J'aime toujours autant l'ambiance et mine de rien, l'histoire m'intrigue beaucoup. Donc, bon, on a pu avancer un peu aujourd'hui, c'est cool. On apprend un peu plus sur la fameuse Natasha, on continue de rencontrer des drôles de personnages. Donc ouais, toujours aussi sympathique ce Chicken Police. Sur ce, je vais quitter le jeu, lever l'overlay, puis on va continuer sur Endoral. À tout de suite.